In this video, we're going to look at solving linear equations. So we're going to solve three different equations here. And what I want to end up with here is just x by itself. So at the moment, we've got 3x plus 5 is equal to negative 2. And what I want to do is try and isolate the paranumeral this side. So I need to move everything else to the right side of the equation. And to do that, what I need to do is the opposite. So with this 5, the opposite of that is subtracting 5 from both sides. So I'm going to write it above there, my steps like that, and I encourage you to do that with your working as well. So that'll give us 3x is equal to, now we've got minus 2 already, and we're subtracting 5, so that's going to give us negative 7. And 3x is the same as 3 multiplied by x. So opposite is to divide by 3. And therefore that's going to give me a value for x equals negative 7 over 3. And I can leave that as an improper fraction like that. Now you will notice always with equations, if I substituted this in for x here, my left hand side should balance out with my right hand side of the equation. This one now is a little bit more complicated. Okay, so we're dealing with some fractions. X over 3 minus x over 7 is equal to 2. What I'm going to try and do this side to start with is get a common denominator. And what I can do is go 7 times 3, and that's going to give me 21. Still going to equal 2. However, I've multiplied 3 by 7 to get to 21. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So the numerator, I times by 7, and that becomes 7x. And then for the 7, I've multiplied by 3 to get to 21. So I must do the same to the numerator, and that'll give me 3x. Now I can collect these together with one denominator. So 7x minus 3x all over 21 is equal to 2. So at this stage, I need to get rid of this 21. And I can read that as 7x minus 3x divided by 21. So the opposite of that is going to be to multiply both sides by 21. So that will leave me with 7x minus 3x is equal to 42. Simplify the left-hand side. 7x minus 3x equal to 4x. And finally, 4x is the same as 4 multiplied by x, so I'm going to divide by 4 to both sides. Therefore, x is going to equal 42 over 4, or it's going to be 10.5. With this final one, I want you to try and pause the video and attempt the problem. See how you go. I don't mind if you make an error with it, but I want you to attempt it to see if you can solve it or if you need some help with it. So hopefully you've had an attempt at the problem, and what I'm going to do is try and undo it. Now, you may have solved it a different way and come up with the same answer, and that is fine. All right, to start with, I'm going to subtract 5 to both sides. Okay, that's going to leave me with x over 2 is equal to 3x. 7 minus 5 is 2. Now, I want to get rid of this fraction. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. And you need to be careful here because I need to multiply every term on the right-hand side of the equals sign. So it's going to be 6x plus 4. If I subtract 6x to both sides, it's going to give me negative 5x is equal to 4. And finally, divide by negative 5. And I can say that x is going to equal negative 4 over 5. So hopefully you had a go at that and got something similar, or you got the solution. We'll work through some more of those problems now.